Hello, welcome to a new video and another day of Christmassy themed goodness. I've got another tag for you. December is the only time I will allow myself to do multiple tags because I love Christmassy themed tags. So I did not create this one. I did create the one I posted previously, the Christmas treats book tag. But I did, when I was looking to see if anyone had done a Christmas treats book tag, they hadn't that I could find, but they had done this one. I found this one, which is the Christmas cookie book tag. So it's different type of cookies and then prompts for each one. So I thought I would do it. So I found this on Elliot Brooks' channel. I don't know if they are the original creator, but I couldn't find the original creator. So if you do know, let me know. But I found this over on Elliot Brooks' channel. I will say this was posted on their channel about 3 years ago, but it's fine. Let's just get going with this tag with the first one, which is chocolate chip cookies. So they're comforting in any season. So for this, name an old favourite book. I was gonna pick Love Hypothesis, but I was like, no, because you've only had that book for 2 years. So I'm going with a childhood favourite. And I'm going with the Demon Art series by Darren Shan, but Beck especially was my favourite. This is the 4th book in the Demon Art series, and I absolutely loved this book. I've read it so many times. You can't tell. There's only a couple of creases, although I did drop it once and I cried. But I even have this one signed and personalised. But I absolutely love this book. Like, yes. The next one is Biscotti, which is a tough cookie to bite into but worth the effort in the end. So the prompt for this is a book that took you a while to get into, but ultimately you're glad you pushed through. For this, I'm choosing Caraval by Stephanie Garber because I've never noticed how shiny that is. Anyway, because I really enjoy this trilogy, but it took me a while to get into the first book. Like, the second book is my favourite of that trilogy, but it took me a while to get into this one. And I don't know why, but then I'm really glad I did, because not only do I really enjoy this trilogy, I absolutely adore the sequel series. So I'm really glad that I pushed through with this one, because it was taking me a while with the first book. The next one is Sugar Cookies. They come in all shapes and sizes. So for this, it's name a diverse book recommendation. For this, I'm going with The King is Dead by Benjamin Dean. So not only is the king black, but he's also gay. And if that is not great rep, I don't know what is. Also, it's amazing. So everyone should read this book. I'm going to keep shouting about it. To the point, I was recommending it to my friend in front of Benjamin Dean. So he signed her book. Listen to your friend. So yeah. Next up we have Peanut Butter Blossoms. Now I did not know what these were, so I looked it up, and apparently they're just peanut butter cookies but with a Hershey kiss in the centre. But they are the underdog cookie that eventually becomes a Christmas favourite apparently. I don't think I've ever had them, but I kind of want to try them now. So for this, it is name a character that slowly but surely grew on you. So I'm going with Alistair Carstairs from the Last Hours series. So we meet him in one of the short stories in Ghosts of the Shadow Market, and he's horrible. I hated him. And when he first comes into this, I'm just like, oh, not Alistair. But then you get to know him, and he becomes a better person, and I love him so much. So yeah, Alistair Carstairs. Next up we have Snickerdoodle, the cookie with the name that you can't say without smiling. So for this, it's a book that you found you laughed or smiled at some point while reading. For this, I am choosing Hang the Moon by Alexandria Bellefleur. This is the second book in this little trilogy. He has my humour. The amount of times I would be laughing at the puns he was coming out with, and Ash at multiple points, because we were buddy reading it, was just like, this is you. Like, it was hilarious and I loved it so much. Also, it's just adorable, which was making me smile. Next up, we have the Fruitcake Cookie, the cake that should never have become a cookie, a book you could just do without. For this, I'm choosing Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. The reason I'm choosing this is because this is the reason I unhauled all of my Lee Bardugo and now refuse to have anything to do with anything Lee Bardugo, because this ruined everything for me. Am I being a little bit dramatic? Probably, but it literally, I hated it that much. I hated it that much. So yeah. Next up we have the Gingerbread House. It's not just a cookie, it's a masterpiece. So for this, it's name a book with great writing and or world building. So I'm going for a book that has both, and that is Heir of Fire by Sarah J Maas. And yes, I could just say the whole Throne of Glass series, but this one especially, not just the writing and meeting new characters, but the shift in the storyline in this one and the world building from this point forward was just incredible, and I absolutely adore it. Next up is Cookies Specifically Made for Santa. So this is name a book that you're planning on reading for the holidays. For this, I'm choosing A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. I'm really excited to read this. Ash really enjoyed this when she read this last year, so she's lent me her copy, and I'm just really excited because I love a cute Christmassy romance, and this is it. So I'm very excited to read this. I could have put like, there's like 5 books I could have put for this answer, because I'm doing a vlog where I read like 6 Christmas books. So I could have chosen 5 other books for this, but I wanted to pick this one. Next we have Cookie Swap. It just says, if you have a favourite cookie recipe that you want to share, you can do that. Or what is your favourite holiday cookie? So I only really make, like, I'm not really someone who makes cookies. I'll eat cookies, but I don't really make them. For some reason, they just don't always come out right for me. Sugar cookies almost always come out right for me, so I'm gonna say sugar cookies. And the recipe I use, I think it's either from Zoella's old blog or it's from Tanya Burr's book. I can't remember, but I'm gonna have to find the recipe because I want to make some this year. But yeah, but my favourite cookie is probably, Ash makes these chocolate orange ones and they're so good. Although my sister makes mince pie cookies and they are really good. I just really like cookies. I'm just not a massive fan of making them myself. And then the final one is a glass of milk to wash it all down. Name your favourite holiday drink. This one's easy. I have 2. So I have the good old mulled wine. I always like to, I can drink it straight from, like, just pour it out into a glass and I'll drink it. But I also like to heat it up in a saucepan and put some extra cinnamon and star anise in it. And if I'm feeling extra, a bit of orange. And yeah, mulled wine. But if I want a hot drink that isn't alcoholic, then I will go for a gingerbread latte and a toffee nut latte. But I love a gingerbread latte, and I actually have this gingerbread chai latte at the moment, which you literally just put a couple of spoonfuls in a glass with hot water and it is beautiful. So yeah, gingerbread lattes and mulled wine. Okay, so that is all of the questions. I'm not going to tag anyone specifically, but if you'd like to do this, let me know. Tag me so I can see your answers as well, because again, I am nosy. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.